everyone, and welcome back to Pop Off the Clock. I'm Brenda.
And I'm Yoseline. Thanks for joining us after this summer hiatus that we've been taking. We're back with, I guess, the biggest week of news for us.
Absolutely.
It's a big day,
we made sure that we came back for the news that was coming out. But, just a reminder, we are news people. So, this is a time that we take to talk about pop culture and, the more lighthearted things in news. But, we work Monday through Friday. We cover the hard news all the time, so we're very familiar with what's going on in the world and what's going on in our country. So we're just taking a moment to kind of reflect on some of the positive things that have been happening this week.
Yeah, the fun things. Not always, I guess, pop culture, trendy. That's what this podcast is all about. And, we're back after a summer hiatus. We missed a lot of, I guess, celebrity news, but also world news. But like the title says it, we're off the clock right now.
Exactly. But we're happy to see you guys again. Of course, there was a lot of big developments for us who are Swifties because it was just a momentous moment. Girlhood was very much alive and well this week, not only in that, but in TV shows. You just kind of feel like that. Barbie summer all over again.
It does feel like Barbie summer. We're obviously going to talk about the big engagement that was announced this week. It's an engagement we've been waiting for the last 15, 20 years, I guess. Our girl, Taylor Swift, is set to say I do with her man. And it is just someone that has followed her since she was 15. It's literally the evolution of womanhood. And so excited to talk about that. But she's also released other great news during our absence. It was her new album is set to come, and she was on the New Heights podcast, but we'll get all into that later on.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned as well, another big moment in girlhood. The Summer I Turned Pretty has been taking the summer by storm. Watch parties all over the world at bars, people just rejoicing over seeing the storyline kind of conclude for Belly Conrad and Jeremiah. So we're going to kind of recap the episode and just talk about our thoughts so far this season and how we think everything's kind of coming together for this story.
Okay, don't say why, but are you Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah?
Am I a girl? I'm Team Conrad. I've been writing for Conrad since the beginning.
Yeah. I'm Team Susanna.
Fair.
Justice for her.
Every team other than Belly. I'm just kidding. No, we'll talk about
that. But we'll get into that. But let's start off with some of the headlines. I know, as I mentioned, we missed a lot during the summer, but your girls needed a break. So is there anything you want to share that you did during the summer? I feel like I've done a lot this summer.
You go first, because I feel like you've done more than
I do not remember if I had already talked about it. About going to the Springs, did we already talk about that?
No, because we were out for that entire
week.
That entire month.
So let's start off from the beginning. We went to incredible Mineral Springs in, I guess, Central Texas to celebrate our dear, dear, dear friend Chloe. And she wanted a true adult weekend. And, I made that happen for her. I'm not going to lie. I made that happen to her. I hope she had the best time ever. Her and I started our weekend, her birthday weekend beforehand, where we went to
Fredericksburg, right?
Yeah, but we stopped in Hill Country and did a hotel spa day kind of thing where we used all their amenities. That resort day pass website is so cool, guys. Sponsor us. And then we went to Fredericksburg, and then we ended up at the Springs, and then we ended up in Austin. Love that weekend. Seriously, one of the best weekends I've had in my whole entire life. And then from there, I ended up going on I guess my cousin was getting married in Mexico, and it got extended to kind of like a mom and sister's trip because one of my sisters is engaged. So we ended up going to Mexico City and kind of combine it with let's do wedding things, which ended up being more I'll be at the museum. You go look for little trinkets. So I was in Mexico City. I was in Jalisco. And then I kind of, been having a good summer. I've been having a great summer. How about yourself? I'm excited for the fall. I'm ready for the fall.
Oh, absolutely. I really haven't had a lot going on. That's the kind of last time, Austin was the last time I went out of town because I am saving my time and energy because I'm going to Japan in October. I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. I'm going with my parents and my sister. So I've been just trying to conserve hours and money and all that stuff, been preparing. So I'm really excited to jet off, say konnichiwa to all the people.
I was about to
have
say,
a great time.
Are you practicing Japanese?
I had Duolingo, but they were just teaching me things I didn't need to know. So I just watched a video, I wrote down a couple of notes, the basics. I kind of do want to go and they do respect it when people kind of give them at least a basic of Japanese language. So I'm really trying to learn a couple things before I go.
She said, screw Duolingo, just give me a couple phrases.
I'm just going to look at YouTube videos. I mean, it's the smartest decision.
I mean, all you need to know is where's the restroom? Left, right,
so far,
straight, or
I know
back.
how to order water, sushi, rice on its own.
Can you practice a little bit?
Gohan is rice.
Okay.
Miso is water.
No, but what's the full sentence?
Oh.
You're not just going to go up to someone and be like, water.
Gohan misu kurosai. Kurosai means please. Konnichiwa means hello. So I've been trying to pick up a few things here and there, but yeah, I'm super excited. I've always wanted to go to Japan. That's always been like a big bucket list thing for me, and so I'm happy that I get to do that with my family. They're big travelers. Actually, right now they're in Mexico City, my parents. They were like in Italy a couple months ago. They just are always out and about. But as far as that, not really a lot going on in my life. Kind of a lot, but not really a lot.
You have that
but,
trip, yeah.
A lot of things on the horizon.
I love for fall to come already. Like, I just need a little breeze, especially since we live in South Texas. We don't really get that, but
I'm just excited to watch Gilmore Girls and feel like
it's the Gilmore
in
Girls
the vibe
season.
for Gilmore Girls. But
Absolutely.
that's been us for the summer.
For the summer, yeah.
Now let's see how everyone else is doing.
Let's see how everyone's doing. You know, summer is kind of coming to its peak for Sabrina Carpenter, as she is set to release Man's Best Friend. That is set to release on Friday today. So we have not heard it. This will be her 7th studio album following her Grammy-winning 2024 album, Short and Sweet. Let's see predictions. Is it going to be boppy? I think Man-Child is very much like the aesthetic for it.
Yeah, I know there's just so much controversy over the way that she's handling the covers of her album for this one.
Yeah.
It's just like a talking piece. But everyone assumes that she's going to fall into this I think she's just going to flip it on its side. Like, what you think the album is going to be about, I think she's just going to be talking about, the power women have and all these things. I think it's going to be a banger album. I think Short and Sweet was an amazing album. I'm so excited to see what her and Jack Antonoff come up with again. I'm really pumped. She's also coming out with a music video. It came out earlier today, and I'm just super excited to have a new album to listen to. I've been listening to Taylor Swift since the announcement nonstop, and I just need new music. New music. It has been kind of like a slow summer. I don't think there was a song of the summer.
There was. Ben Platt's cover of Diet Pepsi.
Oh, actually haven't heard it.
Brenda,
I think I've heard people liking it, but I actually haven't heard it.
Fired.
But that's so sad because last summer it was nonstop albums. I'm like, I can't keep up, guys. And this summer I'm like, where it's like crickets.
These girls need to meet before the summer and be like, okay, you take 2025,
Who's gonna take
you take 2020, because last year was just too much.
No, yeah.
Even with the Grammy nomination.
Ariana, Billy, Sabrina,
Doja Cat,
it was a million people, and yeah, it's
Casey Musgraves.
It's so unfortunate. But
very
whatever, we made
unfortunate.
it through summer, so we lived with last year's summer bops.
Yes, but now let's talk about this denim war that is happening across the nation. So it kind of all started with
The American Eagle.
the American Eagle,
Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
Sweeney, doing an ad for American Eagle denim. A lot of controversy and backlash saying that it just promoted her kind of beauty, her kind of ethic, her kind of message without implementing any diversity in there. Well, entering the chat gap, which unveiled a new marketing collaboration with starring Cat's Eye, a girl group composed of members from the Philippines, South Korea, Switzerland, and United States. They're a global girl pop group. Last week, a 30-second video of the group dancing Milkshake, cladded in Gap denim. The group's diverse background and Gap statement to the ad highlights cultural diversity and individuality. Well, obviously people are eating it up, the choreography.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times I've been
They
doing this.
Yeah. And so that's an amazing thing.
No, and also the
that's just
director of the music
fantastic.
video is a Hispanic woman. It's just like diversity personified.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. Anytime I see this music video, or not even a music video, anytime I see this ad pop up, I watch the entirety of it.
It's kind of funny its effect though. Even though it's like, oh, Gap beat American Eagle, it kind of just makes me also forget about American Eagle. It just like completely overshadows it to the point where it's not even versus. It's like, oh no, you're like no longer in the conversation.
But American Eagle like really started up war because it wasn't just Gap. So many other
Oh yeah, Lucky Brand also came out with their
doing like diverse
Addison.
ads with people, just because I mean it's a different time. People want to see they want to see them represented in public spaces like this, and man, it just hasn't not been good for Sydney Sweeney for a while
It hasn't,
now.
and it's also it opened my eyes to Cat's Eye.
They are so amazing.
So I'm currently watching Pop Academy, which is the Netflix documentary that follows the making of this girl band. Currently, so I just saw the Gap ad, and I started the show. I have never heard a song from them. I have no idea who these girls are. Beautiful girls in the ad, but I really didn't register their faces. So in my eyes, the girls that are currently in the competition, I'm like, are those the girls in the thing? I do not think they are. So I'm obviously missing some drama that happens in the making of. So I'm so excited. That is a show that I'm currently
have beautiful
obsessed with.
voices. Like obviously my For You page, once you start seeing that, you start seeing a lot of Cat's Eye things. And they have the most gorgeous voices, honestly. I think it's such a beautiful group, and they can dance well.
I'm just in the first like 3 episodes, and this boot camp to create this group, I'm already a year into the making of. Like these girls are like, maybe you'll make it. And they've devoted a year, and I'm pretty sure like 95% of the girls I'm currently looking at are being cut. And this isn't just like, oh, let's see if you could sing, let's throw you in. No, it's like a whole marketing strategy. It's pretty cool. And there's talent there, so it's it makes up for it. But connecting the denim wars and American Eagle, Travis Kelce is kind of entering the American Eagle chat necessarily. So less than a day after Travis Kelce's engagement to Taylor Swift, which we'll talk about later, was announced, American Eagle dropped a new collection in collaboration with the NFL star. The denim and streetwear brand revealed it was collaborating with Kelce's sportswear and lifestyle brand True Colors, which I didn't even know he had, for a limited edition collection which merges fashion, sports, and culture. And pairs the #1 jeans brand for Gen Z with one of the most recognizable faces in football entertainment. He served as the creative director, was involved in the whole process along the AE team. I'm going to say it because I don't like that this came out a couple days after the engagement, because people were obviously pending, like, what is he going to post next? Like, what is she going to post next after this? And it's an ad. It's a project. It's just like, okay, smart marketing. You're banking on you currently have the public's attention, but it's a little like, what do I have? Eyelash hanging? What was it?
It was like, I think an eyelash that fell off. Sorry.
My eyelash is just actively falling. But yeah, so I was just very like,
But also, like, it kind of gives it of course feeds to that whole narrative, how all of that that the couple's super calculated, that they, did the engagement, and then they announced her album, and they're doing the podcast, and they're promoting his line, it's all extremely calculated. Am I saying that it might not be, or it might? I don't know. You never know. I mean, I'm sure they plan. I think, because we'll get into the engagement, but I'm sure the announcement of the engagement was a bit strategic because there's so many projects that are falling in line.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't think that Travis Kelce was like, you know what, I'm going to propose to her on this date because
so I
have these things coming out. I think it was just one of those things where he's like, I want to do it before the season even starts, the football season starts, and we can just kind of get it out of the way.
Absolutely. So I was just a little eek by it, but I mean, get your money.
Get your bag.
Get your bag, dude.
I'm sure somebody will buy something. I'm not. I'm not gonna buy American Eagle
I'm
right
not.
now. I'm good.
But yeah, so that's a little recap of the Denim War / Travis Kelce's collab with American Eagle. Now moving on to some, other social media backlash, controversy, public opinion is Miss Northwest. So Kim Kardashian is the subject of backlash on social media after her 12-year-old daughter, Northwest, was spotted wearing a corset. Images of the mother-daughter duo enjoying time in Rome spread across the internet, where many users asserted that outfit was completely inappropriate for her age. And
I don't like to comment on children because it's they're children. But I'm like, why is she why are you making your child a comment for people to comment, or making it a comment type of thing?
I think there's a fine line between letting someone express themselves and not letting what are people gonna say. But however, I know till this day, and I'm in my 30s, I would never wear that in front of my mom.
She looks so much older. I was like, she's 12. I thought she was 14.
I thought she was
15,
16.
Which I'm like, okay, well, she's 14, 15. That makes sense. But when they said she's 12, I was like, she's 12?
It's a little crazy. And if you follow the Kardashians episode, Kim has always been very, she's had trouble being strict and following through with punishment. So I could feel her just being like, fine, just wear that. And it goes, and she says it in the show, it's because of everything her kids deal with her father, that she doesn't want, she just wants to be like this. If this is going to make you happy because you're going through this, trauma, okay, wear the skirt.
Is that from this new season?
It's from the, maybe 2 seasons
ago.
I didn't watch this last season.
I have not
it's
watched
when, I believe it's the one that covered when he went on the
like a podcast or something.
A podcast, and the NFL Little Link. Remember when you did the commercial where you scanned the QR code and it took you to a shop with Nazi stuff?
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
what?
during that. They didn't talk about it, but it was definitely during that era.
I don't remember that. Oh,
so it's pretty crazy. So yeah, a lot of it just reminded me that these kids are growing up and they're just going to be the next cycle of celebrities, whether they like it or not.
In a corset.
They are the future. You know who's the future? It's going to be Zoe Kravitz and Harry Styles, because there's this rumor. There's this rumor going around that these two are dating, and they were apparently seen kissing in London and out together in Rome late August. Sources spoke about the potential of this couple, noting that they are just spending time together and are not in a defined relationship. Kravitz returned to New York City at the end of August after a weekend in Rome with Styles.
I mean, I would do the same.
And it fits. It fits. His last girlfriend, they're the same vibe.
I mean, congrats, Zoe Kravitz. Your roster is impeccable, girl. You got all the 2000 heartthrobs. You got Channing Tatum, Harry Styles.
Would you consider? Oh, Austin Butler for a little bit.
Penn Badgley,
she had Austin Butler and the guy Noah.
Oh well, no.
They're not he's not it, but he was a heartthrob for a hot second.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, good job,
good
girl.
Job. If this is true, there are eventually going to be pictures. We're going to see pictures eventually.
But is he going to be her date to Taylor's wedding? That's what I want to know.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about
how.
Oh my God, Brenda. I didn't even think that Zoe Kravitz and Taylor Swift
are best friends.
They call each other sisters. Lenny Kravitz is literally Taylor Swift is my daughter. That's how close she is to Zoe Kravitz. And
I'm sure Taylor's I don't care.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't care,
She's
but
whatever.
Why do they all do that?
Why the celebrity world's such a like a high school bubble. Like they're gonna eventually like recycle the same boyfriends at some point.
I'm totally. I didn't even.
I would love that. I feel like she'd probably be like, you know, you dated Taylor. She's cool with you. Like, let's just be my date. I'm sure he's gonna be like, okay.
Do you consider this the same level like when Gigi dated Joe?
Yeah, I think it's kind of like, well, whatever.
It's adolescence.
Yeah, it's like. I mean, obviously, she got some great songs from it. Like, they dated for like, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah, it was very much, not even.
It wasn't even that long, and it wasn't that serious. So.
I mean, if Conrad and Belly dated for a couple months during high school. But wow. Okay, wow. Shook. Let's stick around with our music news a little bit because one of the Jonas Brothers in particular is making headlines. Mr. Kevin Jonas marked a career milestone with his wife Danielle Jonas cheering him on. The oldest Jonas brother took to the stage for his first ever solo performance for an original song titled Changing during their August 23rd Greeting from Your Hometown tour stop at Fenway Park in Boston. In a video shared on social media, Nick Jonas wrapped his solo section of the concert by telling the crowd, "Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Kevin Jonas."
Aww.
And then he goes up there and he says, "I am so nervous." And then he sings his song.
I heard it.
Yeah. I hope that they release it. It doesn't sound bad at all.
No, he did
Which
good.
makes me think, I'm like, y'all made us believe he was a horrible
I
singer.
know. I'm sure he he's probably had years of like practice.
At what point is a vocal coach training not gonna kick in?
But I love how like Danielle, like they like FaceTime like their whole family. Everyone wanted to be a witness to this.
It was pretty cute. It was pretty cute.
A pivotal moment for the Jonas Brother fans.
Absolutely. Another pivotal moment for another family is Miss Millie Bobby Brown and her husband, Jay Bon Jovi, who got married last year. She's 21, he's 23. Over the last week, they announced that they have adopted a baby girl, and they will keep this private, and they treasure it, and that they've made this new addition to their family, and that is
Congrats to them.
So crazy. She's 21,
but she's always been like very
mature.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you grow up at that young age to high level of fame, like, it's probably like the whole Drew Barrymore thing where like they throw you into all these scenarios where it like really makes you an adult. So I'm sure she's happy to settle down. They're a great couple, so
they're super cute. And then we have fall is right around the corner, which means that you're thinking Gilmore Girls. Well, a new Gilmore Girls content is coming up as the show prepares to celebrate its 25th anniversary. A new documentary titled Searching for Stars Hollow, named after its fictional town where the mother and daughter duo resides, is currently in the works.
I'll take anything. Give me anything new Gilmore Girls. If you all want to do the show again, please, you can.
I would love to see another, like what they did with Netflix, where they followed them for a year through the seasons. Let's do that again.
Like, let's see what Rory have a baby. Like, why not?
Yikes. But we're excited. We're Gilmore Girls, and I think that it's perfect for the fall, even though it might not come out until next year.
Oh yeah, but I'm like, okay, I'll
wait.
I'll watch it.
It
of course
makes
I'm
sense.
Gonna watch it.
And then Miss Ariana Grande is giving us some teasers. Well, could new music or a tour be coming?
Oh, she announced the tour.
She did? Okay,
yeah.
I took this a little bit earlier.
She's going to be on tour, folks. And if you live in Texas, she's going to go to Austin in June.
What's the venue is she playing? Is it Moody?
Moody Center. Yeah.
It
didn't seem like a lot of stops. It wasn't like lists of like cities. It was like, I think 2 rows of cities. So I think she's also going internationally.
Oh, probably. People international, so much nicer.
But yeah, I was actually thinking, do I want to go? But I don't know, we'll see. Because I really loved this album. And I would like to see her, like, now that she has like the opera background, I'm like, sing to me, Paolo. Like, don't even use a mic, just like project towards us.
Yeah, and we're also set to see her in Meet the Parents.
Yes.
Some
photos.
Yeah, some set photos have come out. She is set to play Ben Stiller's daughter in Meet the Focker. So it's the Meet the Parents. It's the Focker family. So we love that whole franchise.
Yeah,
it's been a while. All the original cast is coming in. We'll see how that plays out. And now some news that kind of like shook me a little bit, which is Lil Nas He had been arrested a couple days ago we saw videos on social media of him walking around Los Angeles in just his underwears and boots, and it obviously caused a lot of concern for people. He was arrested, charged, and then his dad came out with a quick comment just being like, we're taking care of him, pray for him, pray for him. That's all he would say. Finally, the rapper is coming to social media for the first time and sharing his thoughts after the 4 felonies that he was charged with. Well, the rapper did plead not guilty after he was accused of charging at Los Angeles police officers while roaming the streets of Studio City in his underwear and a pair of cowboy boots in a disconcerted state over the weekend. He just said, your girl is going to be okay. Your girl is going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine.
I just think it's kind of ridiculous, like 4 felony charges, like, give me a break.
It just seemed like he was not there, but he seemed like he was having a fun.
It seemed like he needed a wellness check. Like,
yes.
It was people probably called from concern, not fear.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That was ridiculous.
It was a lot. But let's end this with a happy note, which is, it is believed that Miss Selena Gomez celebrated her bachelorette this weekend in Mexico. She was seen with a group of friends in Cabo San Lucas, while down south, Selena and her friends enjoyed a day aboard a luxury yacht, as seen in some pictures published by People. They were dancing, posing for selfies, and shared some laughs together. For the occasion, she looked chic in a strapless black one piece. And you said that Benny Blanco was also seen in Las Vegas.
And there's people saying that he was celebrating his bachelor party
so
there. And like
coming.
with some of the girls on her trip, they had like S+B sweaters with hearts on it. So I'm like, obviously.
Why wasn't Taylor there?
She's busy getting engaged.
But that was super cute. We love to see that the plans are moving forward.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying, oh, they're never going to get married. But look.
And then we have heard, I just want to confirm this because I know I liked the post, but I was not sure if it was real now. ABC came out saying that, let's see, Dancing with the Stars, the Jan.
Oh, yeah. So they announced that the guy that everyone fell in love with on the Eras tour is going to be one of the main dancers.
One of the pros.
One of the pros, yes.
So one of Taylor Swift's backup dancers.
John Ravink.
Mm-hmm. So if you guys know anything, you guys know that Mandy Moore, the choreographer, choreographed the Eras tour. So those are kind of her dancers that she works with, and she has a lot of say in Dancing with the Stars. She choreographs a lot of the stuff. I think she was even a judge for the junior version, and it makes sense she brought him in. It's rumored, so he's confirmed, it's rumored that Mark Ballas is also coming back. And
Mark Ballas? I love Mark.
So they say that he might be partnered up with Alex Earl because she followed him on Instagram.
Oh. I was seeing TikToks of the Mom Talks.
Oh yeah, they're so in it.
I am really actually excited to see Whitney compete because she can dance.
Yeah,
and I think she's gonna go far. I think she's gonna go pretty far, and I think she looks gorgeous right now. Yeah. But really quickly, a quick update on Sabrina. She has released a comment on Man's Best Friend saying the album is not for any pearl clutchers. No, but I also think that even pearl clutchers can listen to an album like that in their own solitude and find something that makes them smirk and chuckle to themselves. So, I don't know. I'm really excited to see.
We'll see what happens.
What's going to come out from Sabrina.
But now let's get to our main topics. I'm so excited. Let's just dive into Taylor Swift. Very quickly, she was on New Heights podcast, where obviously it was such a joy to see her for 2 hours of her just talking, nothing short, nothing too PR-ish. Obviously, she had say in edits. You could tell where it's edited out or whatever it may be, but it was a joy. I will say it was a little long. Like, I felt like I was just like, it was pretty long, and there were some points where I'm just like, oh yeah, what the heck? They're talking still.
I was kind of like tuning out a lot
I am
of the
very
times.
shocked that she announced her album there. Like,
I'm not, honestly.
I don't know. It's just,
I think she's always taken a unique approach to announcing her albums, and this time she was like, why not announce it with my boyfriend?
I hope that's the reason why. If not, it's just like, that was not your demographic, but we love to see that. I'm just glad there's new music.
Apparently, like Travis is saying in this new episode of the Heights podcast that she left a lot of Easter eggs for the new album, which I'm like, I'll let you all do the work and I'll just watch the video.
So someone said, two things that, like, two Easter eggs that I said. She was talking about, like, oh, I don't really know football, but, like, give me 16 months. And then everyone's like, that's so specific, 16 months. And then she said, sometimes I just put Easter eggs that are, like right there, just behind me, tilted down, like, on its side, right above my shoulder. And if you look at it, it's the Super Bowl trophy. Like,
everyone's suspecting that she's going to be the Super Bowl halftime show performer. Which would kind of be perfect because everyone's suspecting that this could be Travis's last season. If she performed the Super Bowl and she's coming out with an album, they got engaged. I feel like that would naturally, like, she's a mastermind. And now
that, and then the other part that I like.
There's a Pinocchio thing. There's something with Pinocchio because Sabrina has had Pinocchio stuff. There's been like little Pinocchio references all around, so I think that might have something to do with one of the
collabs that they have together. Probably.
I think so.
The other thing that I liked that I thought was interesting was that she talked about when he won his title for that region, whatever
AFC?
The mom was like, let's go down, and then she's like, wait, am I supposed to do that? And then the mom's like, no, like, he wants you down there. And then I'm like, yeah, he does. It was just cute that the mom was like,
have you seen her Facebook page? Yeah.
No.
She changed her, I love that she's on Facebook, but Mama Kelce, she changed her profile background to a little, like, tweet of, like, their childhood picture saying these two are going to get married. Sorry, I don't want to ugly cry in front of people.
That's so cute. She's such a mom, but we love to see that. So I think.
But really quickly, let's go through the list of the songs.
Tracks. Yeah. So the album has been announced. It was announced at the New Heights podcast, and go through the track list.
So number 1, The Fate of Ophelia, and we've all. I don't know if you've seen the Ophelia references, and like Ophelia was in what book? That Shakespeare book. I forgot what it's called. But she's a character that ends up dying
on the water.
But she's surrounded by flowers, and people are saying she's always told us that that's going to be the natural thing, because you know the piano in her set has the flowers.
The piano she had on tour had flowers painted, which match the artwork of the illustration of Ophelia dying in a river covered in flowers. Yeah, that's crazy.
She's so smart. Okay, next one is Elizabeth Taylor. Then it's 3, Opalite. 4 is father figure.
Wait, go back to that one.
Opalite.
So that could be 2 meanings. So that is that birthstone.
Yeah.
Right? 2 things. That is Travis's birthstone, apparently. But
he loves that song too, he said.
Oh, does it? Okay, then it has to be. The other thing was Kylie Teller gave her an Opalite, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, ring for her birthday. Remember that she showed it? And they're kind of not that close anymore. So is it like an explanation as to what happened between them, or is it more of the romantic side of because
she liked her post though.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking, because Travis said in the podcast this last week, he's like, that's my favorite song. I always find myself jamming out to it, or always like enjoy
Then it's about him.
So I
he
think
likes the songs about him.
5th one is Eldest Daughter, and number 5 is always a big song. So curious about that one. 6 is Ruin the Friendship. Blake is probably going to be very much a part of this. Okay, 7 is Actually Romantic. 8 is Wish List with dollar signs on the S and on the S's. 9 is Wood. 10 is Canceled! Exclamation point, all caps. 11 is Honey. And 12 is The Life of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, so someone asked Bad Bunny if he is a collab on Honey. He said no, but I don't think so, because if you're a collab, I think you would already be on the featured.
On the list.
Could there be a remix where he jumps on there?
Why not?
Because he, obviously he said no, but he was just like, but people like to play into that because whatever it may come.
NDAs, ironclad.
But
honestly, congrats to Sabrina. That girl loved Taylor Swift, and now she's a feature on her album.
Yeah.
Like,
that's so crazy.
Good for you.
I just want to say that could have been Olivia, but it's fine.
I know.
So October 3rd.
October 3rd is the release of this album. I am really excited to see it. She's already come out with several variants for this album. So
How do you like the
cover art?
aesthetic and the vibe and the art?
I like it. I think
So it's the same people that did Reputation.
yeah.
Art, music,
And like the people that are gonna make the music are
1989 and
I forget what their names are.
yeah, Max and something.
Max Martin and Shellback and Taylor. So there's no what's his name?
Jack Antonoff.
There is no Jack
Aaron
Antonoff
Dessner.
in this album. For everyone that was complaining about Jack Antonoff,
Yeah,
in the
that it
last few
sounds the
albums,
same, but
he is not relevant. But a lot of people are questioning whether they're cool because he's not part of this project. But I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, go for it.
Like I think he understands. I mean, he does so much work with other people that you just have to like expose yourself to different vibes to be inspired by different ways. I think she explained it very well in the podcast with Travis that, you know, when the last time she worked with the producer, the main one, and the other guy, her and the other guy were very much new, very young, very whatever, and this was the first time she felt in a room that they all held the equal value and the equal responsibility to make this album a great one. And that's why she thinks that she's very clear about like, it's just 12 tracks. Like, this is a perfect album. I don't have any more tracks, which her last album had 30 something.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what is the surprise though, because there's always a surprise. Maybe a documentary, which would make sense because
there has to be after the
she was
Eras tour and all this stuff.
very clear that the life of a showgirl is inspired by what was happening to her life behind the curtains while she was on tour, and that means behind the curtains a documentary. I want to see it.
Canceled is probably about Blake Lively.
Canceled? What has happened?
Canceled.
That's probably canceled. Yeah, so we're really excited
about
that.
So that was one like part of this whole Taylor.
It was like back to back things where Brandon and I are like, oh my God, we're missing out. But guess what happened this week, guys? Your English teacher, your gym teacher, got engaged. And it was, Where
were you when Taylor and Travis?
I was walking out of my office and I saw it in a group chat from our sports reporter, who I would have never thought would be the person to break the news, to the point where I thought it was fake. And then I got onto her Instagram and I was just like, oh my God.
No, I was in the middle of getting ready, was about to start making my food. I go on Facebook and I see TMZ breaking news with Taylor and Travis, and I'm like, this has to be fake. This has to be fake. Sure enough, I like screamed. I cried. I've never cried for somebody else's engagement, but like, it's just so amazing to see. Like, I don't know. I know everyone's like, what's the big deal? Like, it's not even like your engagement. Like, who gives an F about
So we
this?
did a story about how it is psychology, the fact that you could feel happiness and joy for someone you don't know. It's a one-way relationship. It was like a para-something relationship.
There's a specific term for it.
And you know what? I'll take it. I don't care.
No, yeah. I mean, we've seen this girl grow up, write her love songs, looking for the right man. We thought there was going to be a future with Joe Alwyn. There wasn't. And this man, like, was declarative of his love for her, was, like, chasing after her, and she was finally like, okay, let's date. And, like, now they're going to get married. Imagine Taylor as a mom.
I can't
cry again.
I do find it was really like, wow, that's a weird caption that, you know, your English teacher and gym teacher. But I feel like that's an inside joke. I feel like they're probably like, if we weren't famous, like, what would we be? And she's.
But also, I feel like that's what people online always call them. Like, she's like the English teacher. And then the little dynamite, that's TNT because Taylor and Travis. You didn't know that?
I was like, bomb? Like, this is so bomb? Is that going to be like.
Because he had bracelets. He made bracelets that have TNT. And people were pointing out that before the announcement, he was going to practice and he was wearing an AC/DC shirt. And their number one song's like TNT. So I don't know if he's been Easter egging.
Yeah, he's been Easter egging.
Well, everyone's also saying during the New Heights podcast that day was the day that he proposed to her.
Yeah.
And that he was also giving her Easter eggs within the interview about the fact
I
that
think
I'm
so. I
going to
think
take her out back later.
Yeah,
we're gonna
and
go
I
to
think
dinner.
the father, he went on his local news.
Yeah. And Kelce has been on his PR trip, and like Tree Payne's like, please stop.
Yeah.
He don't care. He don't care. He gave us a lot of information about that, saying that it was actually at Travis's home. He built a whole garden for her. Secret gardens in my mind. I'm just gonna throw this against the wall.
But we
It's
love
so
to
cute.
see it, and we just so happy for her.
And we're happy for you, Taylor. Congratulations from here. Us here.
I feel like we should end the show here because like Love Island recap after this.
No, the summer I turned pretty.
Oh my God,
Girl,
I'm like,
what are you talking about?
like Love Island
Back
is
to
gonna come
more
up.
Taylor.
No. So speaking of, I do want to ask you before we go to Summer I Turned Pretty, the ring, yes or no?
Oh my gosh. I can write stories about this ring. It's her.
It's her.
It's
That's
her
what
to a
I.
T.
It's
and
her.
the jewelry designer, like small jewelry designer, like have you looked at her page? She did a post about like, I've been dreaming about this ring, and you see her working on the engraving for the ring before it's even announced. And she just does impeccable work. I think that style of ring is gonna definitely be a main trend for a little while.
For sure.
It's a gorgeous ring. For anyone out there
It's so pretty.
in the future.
It's very her.
No, yeah.
Very her. But
Beautiful
yeah,
ring.
we love to see it. And it was just like perfect.
It's
and
an 8-carat ring, almost $1
I
million.
actually didn't think like how the father-in-law said that it happened 2 weeks ago. I wouldn't have pictured us knowing so soon after.
Yeah, I didn't even think she would tell anybody. I think they would have gotten married and like, I think that's how it would have been with Joe Alwyn. I think they would have been married and not told anybody. But I think because they like to, she just wants to include the world in her joy because she knows that her fans love her. So
Brenda loves her so much. She's crying. Yeah, but
yeah, I cried several times that day.
okay. Okay, let's move on to Summer I Turned Pretty.
Brava this season.
I
Jenny
will
Han.
say that what a
Good job.
big comeback from season 2. Season 2, I didn't even watch it while it was out because it was so cringe, and I ended up getting enticed by season 3 trailers that I said I needed to watch season 2. So I forced myself through season 2 to follow along. And usually, even season 1, I watched it until it was all out and binged it. Season 2, I watched it like a year later or 2 years later, whatever it took. And season 3, I'm literally like, when is the episode coming out?
At 2 a.m. on Tuesday nights, I am up. I'm like, I am going to watch this episode because I don't like to be spoiled. Like, I want to know things. I want to be in the know.
Yeah, so...
So what do you think so far of this season?
I really like it. I think it's just so, like, the demographic is just, like, people that read those young adult novels of, like, the boy you like who doesn't like you and then does like you, and then it's just so...
Brings back rom-coms.
It brings,
romance.
Like, your teen... Obviously, I do think that their situation is, like, girl, like, that's intense. But it brings back... in like high school where you think your like life is falling apart because whatever the person you like doesn't like you back, that kind of feeling. But it's like, I mean, they were about to get married. Oh yeah, they were about to get married.
Well,
so
they're in college now.
Yes,
they're like 21.
young adults.
20,
Yeah, she was 21. But it's been so good. I really like it. I have a problem with all the main characters. I just can't get over the fact that she's dated and has been intimate with 2 brothers and they're fighting over her, and it's like completely glazed over. But I mean, I'd love to know if anyone in real life has ever experienced that kind of drama.
Maybe.
And the fact that it's never like, wait, she's messing with us. Like, we're brothers. We should stick together and tell this girl, like, it's always like, it's either me or like, I cannot talk to you. I'm in love with her.
But I feel like because maybe they grew up together, it's like family. But I'm like, isn't that kind of like...
even worse? Yeah.
Even worse. Yeah, exactly.
But I really enjoyed it. We know that this week's episode
Let's talk about this week's episode.
This week's episode...
Episode 8.
Is where the book series ends. We're expected 3 more episodes, and we don't know what's going to happen, whatever it may be. This episode, I'm trying to think. I mean, I hurt for Jeremiah, but bruv. Like,
So we're coming off of Conrad's
Wait,
declaration of love to Belly. They had just had their bachelorette parties where you have those she's having those flashbacks of Conrad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I screamed. And she tells him like, Jeremiah cheated on you, and she's like, oh, I know. And he's like, you're not the girl that stays with somebody who cheats on you. And she's like, we were nothing. Oh my gosh, Belly. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So many people say like Belly's such an she's not a good narrator because she forgets so many things. She's not a reliable narrator because she's not telling you the actual truth. She's just telling you how she's feeling because she's forced to feel those ways. But you kind of start the episode off of she wakes up, she sees Conrad again. It was such a good Bonrad episode, and Conrad just doesn't care at this point. He's like, I love you. Everyone's like, what, you're gonna ride off into the sunset with her? He's like, I don't care.
like,
yeah.
It was like, I love you. You don't love me. Okay, I'll see you at the wedding.
Yeah.
Like,
she's like, get out of here. He's like, no, I'm literally gonna watch him, watch me.
But it was a great episode. It was just
The acting. I'm
know
like,
what?
where has these acting chops been all series? Like, especially
do agree with
Jeremiah.
that.
Jeremiah killed it. Gavin, you did a great job in this episode, boy. Like, I felt bad for Jeremiah for the first time
yeah,
in the
I
entire
can't stand
series.
him the whole time,
And I was shocked by that because
I
I'm not a jelly. I don't like Jeremiah. Never really been a fan of his. He cheated on Belly. Like Conrad would never. But yeah, the final scene it was just like ripped my heart out. But it's just like, it's playing so much into like the song Red from Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because Loving Conrad is red. And the whole season she's been surrounded by blue. And you kind of start to notice that with the hydrangeas in the front porch. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, they're all blue. And then slowly you start seeing specks of red because you see her love for Conrad start to bloom again.
Take over.
The symbolism in this season, Jenny Han, you are a true Swiftie.
Yeah,
It
it was a great episode. If you have not watched the season, get on and watch it because we're in for a ride, I think, next week.
No, yeah, we are in uncharted territory now, guys. We do not know what's going to happen, at least for the next 2 episodes. Mm-hmm. I know what the epilogue is. I know how it is supposed to end. We'll see how it ends, but I think it's going to be a Bonrad win.
Yeah.
I think Bonrad is endgame.
It's either that or nothing. I mean, I do not see Jeremiah.
I don't think she's going to choose herself. I think that she's going to end up with Conrad.
Yeah, it's either herself or Conrad. I'm leaning more Conrad, but Jeremiah, no way. Sorry, you've been out of the game.
Yeah, he's had his time.
You never were in the game. I'm sorry.
He's had his time. But yeah, it's such a good season. If you all have never watched it, join in on the fun. There's literally watch parties everywhere, apparently. So good times. But really quickly for that Love Island, the last time I saw you guys, we're still in the middle of season 7. Terrible season. I'm going to tell you right now. Terrible cast. Honestly, I'm so over them.
Oh yeah.
Tired of all these people. I'm like, thank God the reunion's over because I don't want to hear about these folks anymore. I am so happy that Amaya Papaya won. Congratulations, Amaya. We are so happy for you.
Amaya Papaya.
The loser you ended up with. Sorry, I'm not going to be mean. Brian, they broke up. Apparently, Brian has already been, talking to other girls and whatnot. Not shocking, but we're here for you, Amaya Papaya. I'm not going to send any hate towards anybody, but Brian, we voted for Amaya at the end of the day. Huda, Huda's Huda. Ace is currently going through a lot of hate right now after he did a podcast with some guy talking about Nick and Alandria. I've never liked Ace. We'll continue to stand on the fact that I don't like Ace. And I think Alandria needs to really pay attention to these people and how they're talking about her in the press. So I think Nick and Alandria are going to continue to go strong. I love Amaya, and that's the reunion was terrible. I think it was just like so pointless at this rate. Like it really did not solve anything. Shelly's confused. Huda can't take accountability sometimes, but apparently she can't speak because of Netflix. But Netflix says we don't know what you're
Don't add us.
So that's all of it in a nutshell. It was a
Ready for the
terrible
next season.
I'm just over them. Season 6 was way better. So, also Love Island UK this season, astronomically better. The final 3: Shakira, Yasmin, and Tony. Those are my girls. Those are my girls.
whatever she said.
I know, I watch too much Love
Yeah,
I watch too much
she's too invested in
reality
this.
TV, guys.
But
Okay.
that does it for us. Thanks for
Yeah.
that recap, Brenda.
problem.
I hope your next season is better, though.
Me too.
I do. Okay. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. That does it for us. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Pop Off the Clock. And we are so happy that we were able to share with you the Taylor Swift engagement. This is the only reason we are here, truly. I am
Yes.
here just to talk about that. But yeah, that does it for us. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Bye.